What's happening, everybody? Welcome back to Redemption with Jaden. We are back after about a month or so of not having videos every week because just taking a little break after nationals, and I was a little bit busy during the break, as you might be able to see. My brother Justin and I have completed, well, mostly completed. I don't know. There's still a few minor details that we're thinking about adjusting. The wall of redemption prizes, fame, I don't know what you want to call it, but the trophy wall, I guess, has kind of been our little nickname for it. But we have some nationals placements and other tournaments. As you can see, the belt is currently here. Hopefully, it stays here after over the next year or so as we get into, I guess, well, half a year for the Mr. Classic tournament. I believe both Justin and myself will be returning for the invitational portion of that to compete for the belt. So, I mean, we have roughly a 25% chance of keeping it in the house. So, hopefully, we can keep it in its spot. Otherwise, we're going to have to figure out something else to fill in there. I don't know. I'm sure we can think of something, or maybe spread out the plaques a little bit because they're getting a little crowded. Uh, all right, enough about that. We are getting right back into it with some gameplay, and I figured since now we have Israel's Rebellion on Lackey, and it is legal for tournament play, I would start out with the deck that you may be familiar with somewhat from the spoiler video of the playtest game that I did with Tyler, or Rob Smith and I interviewed Tyler and talked about the set and the creation while the playtest game was playing in the background, and the deck that I used for that was a deck that I built and called Priestbreaker. I thought that would be a fun combination to try out. It was really just things that I was planning to test at that point in the playtest process, and they were both themes that I thought what I would enjoy. So I don't know if there's necessarily any like specific synergy between the two themes, except for maybe like Gamaliel's speech. It uses both of both brigades that we're using here, but other than that, there's not a whole lot of overlap, other than like I guess Testament. But the Offering of Wrongdoing is maybe the most like kind of overlapping synergy card, where I can take a Wilderness Human or an OT Clay Priest, so I can get some defense or some offense. But otherwise, it was just two themes that I thought would be fun to try out with each other from the new set. I do like the way the priests turned out. They're going to be a little bit different than what you saw in the playtest video, but I think that they're better now. That I feel like there's a little bit more speed, consistency, and especially when combined with some of even the new starter deck cards. And there's like David's Tent here and Lord of Armies. You can get some cool banding combinations and some get a lot of the priests in battle to layer up those protectabilities that they have, since they each of them protect different things or get you value in different ways. And so getting a lot of them into battle is usually going to be well, one of the ways that they want to operate. I think there are a few different things that you'll see throughout the game, that it's not all banding stuff, but that's kind of the big thing. The other big thing that I am looking forward to playing more and showing you guys here is getting a Ahimelech and using his abilities similar to the way that Jeshua is used. I don't think Ahimelech is going to be quite as impactful or like flexible as Jeshua, because the card being reserved is different than being top decked, because the goal isn't to draw like a card that you search for in top deck or something. So you're not like tutoring for stuff, and Joshua is not enabling that exactly, but it works in a little bit of a different way, and I think it's pretty cool. There's some fun synergies that you can do with Ahimelech. I think the biggest one here is the promo version of Storehouse, so kind of the not the OG, but the kind of earliest classic version, not the new reprint, allows you to reserve enhancements from your hand in your discard phase, and so you can use that ability for as many enhancements as you would like to do. But of course, with the 4 activations rule, Himmelight can only activate 4 times, and you can only do it once. So you can only trigger the ability once, but you can reserve any number of enhancements. So if I reserve 4 enhancements from my hand in my discard phase, I get to draw 4 cards off of a Himmelight. They do have to be OT Clay enhancements. But if I draw more cards off of that, then I can't reserve more of them, if that makes sense. I believe that is the case. I could be wrong on that now that I think about it. Anyway, you can draw up to 4 cards in your discard phase with a Himmelight as long as you have enough OT Clay enhancements, which means that a majority of the enhancements that I'm running in the deck are Clay enhancements that are Old Testament. There were like some teal and other Clay New Testament enhancements that I was kind of tempted to run. Things like Faith of Moses, I think, is reasonable to use right now, especially with the curses being around, being able to activate those in battle with like the Brown Wilderness defense mostly. Things like Word of Christ also with that same thing. They were tempting to use, but they're both New Testament. And I really wanted to focus on the Old Testament to try to get some value with the Himmelight and recycle the enhancements. And so Eye on It was the only New Testament Clay enhancement that ended up in the deck. I guess Gam's Speech as well. That I even have New Covenant and Covenant of Peace, which can trigger the Himmelight and can be reserved with Storehouse. There are plenty of other ways to reserve cards with the Priest offense. They're kind of built around that theme. Another kind of way outside of the set that you might not have thought of if you're working with a Priest offense here is the Bethlehem from Lineage of Christ. Very cool card, if I may say. Where you can reserve your hero to negate a multi-brigade card that your opponent has played. And if you're reserving an OT Clay hero, then you get to draw one with a Himmelight. So there's also plenty of ways baked in to get stuff out of the reserve. The main ones are going to be Covenant with Abraham in reserve. You can grab that with Book of the Covenant and then start getting your heroes back. Storehouse can grab your enhancements back one by one. And then there's a Feast of Unleavened Bread in there, which you may remember from the playtest game. Towards the end of the game, after I had reserved a bunch of stuff, I pulled Feast of Unleavened Bread out of the reserve and played it for, I think, like 9 cards out of my reserve. So that's kind of the finisher, so to speak, to get a lot of your resources back, the things that you didn't really need throughout the game. But now if your opponent's defense is built up more, then you can pull out the resources that you need with Feast of Unleavened Bread. The tricky part is being able to play it, because I ended up cutting a lot of the teal that I had splashed in with the playtest version. But I do have a Captive Priest, which maybe I can get, or maybe I can keep around if I don't need the Soul Gen or tutor aspect of it. But I also have Melchizedek in reserve, which adds to all of the layers of protection that we're going for, adds to the Soul Gen, and then allows me to play the Feast of Unleavened Bread and get that. So that's part of the finisher there. He could also play Potential in the Land and Bless the Nations, so not a completely vulnerable hero for all the Choose the Rescuer stuff going on. With the Sabbath Breaker defense, I went pretty much all in with the Sabbath Breakers. I didn't have a whole lot of room to include other Gray Evil characters that I sort of wanted to, but I think in it maybe the perfect, more refined version of this deck, there would probably be a little more variability in the evil characters here. Wouldn't necessarily run all of the Sabbath Breakers and maybe do a little bit of a different wilderness thing. I don't know. But anyway, I just went all in with the Sabbath Breakers and wanted to get a feel for how all of them operate together. because that's sort of what they're meant to do. And then Wandering Israelites and the Deceiver are in there to get out the Sabbathbreaker that I want in each given moment, and then you also get a little bit of a draw with Wandering Israelites here. I did put the gray and black Sabbathbreaker in reserve, which honestly is probably the best of the Sabbathbreakers. So maybe being in the main deck is better there, but the fact that he has to banish a good card from a discard pile makes him a little less reliable on turn 1. So I figured that the reserve was a good place for this one, plus it also has a banned ability, so it's more access to it with Clinging to Power, which is in the main deck here. It could be that Clinging to Power doesn't actually need to be in this deck. I've got plenty of tutors for the Sabbathbreakers that I can actually get, which is actually just the Protect one, so gray and orange, gray and brown, which has a band, and then the gray and black, which also has a band. But I decided to keep it in here. This is also, I should note, a 57 card version of this deck, which probably a more refined version would be 50 cards, but I just had a lot of cards that I wanted to try out, so I've put it at 57 and figured we'd see how it runs. And let's see, I guess Balaam's Disobedience is another reason that Clinging to Power should maybe be in the deck. But anyways, yeah, I think the gray and black Sabbathbreaker is probably the most effective or most useful. Being able to prevent enhancements and then you can still band after that is really strong. I know this is a key piece in one of the wilderness defenses that Tyler made a video about a week or two ago. And so the prevent enhancements, and then attached or along with that, we have lots of CBP enhancements that Gray has access to, like Balaam's Teaching, which is only getting better with the Old Testament offenses that people are going to be running now. Curse Their Parents, and then things like Balaam's Disobedience and Scattered Sheep work well with the gray and black Sabbathbreaker. So yeah, that is pretty much the deck. I do really like how many different ways that the priests have to get to the specific priest that you want. So I think that means that there's a lot of ways that you can build this deck. You can focus on certain priests that you want. Like I think building around Phineas and Phineas's Spear could be a way to go. I put Phineas's Spear in reserve because I didn't really want that to be a primary focus, but I think that's a great way to build it. I think Zadok, building around him, could be very powerful. You want to, a lot of times put him at the end of a band to negate enhancements, and just the ways that you have to get to the priests can make that all very possible. Like Defender of the Saints, you've got Captive Priests, you've got Ahitub, or Hot Tub as I like to call him, and then David's Tent to go and get Hot Tub, or Ahimelech. Offering of Wrongdoing can get your OT Clay priests. I even put in Claudia, which I don't know if she actually belongs in the deck because I don't know. She's nice with Zadok. She's a good banding enabler. I can do Claudia to Aaron to Zadok, but I feel like there are just so many ways to get the priests out that she's not really necessary. She doesn't have any specifications that the heroes have to be New Testament, just clay, so she fits right in with that aspect, but she'd probably be one of the 7 cards to be cut to get down to 50 if I were to go that route. Regarding the Dominance and Lost Souls, Dominance are pretty straightforward. I think Lord of Armies is maybe the most theme specific. Israel's Rebellion is kind of there as well. It's just, Israel's Rebellion is nice to grab your unsuccessful or Rain Becomes Dust from reserved, set up a future battle winner, or if Lost Souls are protected, you could just play it simply for that reason. But otherwise, you can just discard any one of your Sabbathbreakers, which are for the most part fairly expendable, to shuffle Lost Souls, and the priests have a pretty good amount of soul gen here to make sure that you don't get punished for that. Melchizedek is definitely a part of that. And then Crowd's Choice is the 8th dominant that I put in when I decided to play 57. Figured if I'm putting in more cards, I'm going to put in a card to get to the card that I want. which a lot of times is going to be like a Himalek to help keep the momentum going, or maybe Storehouse to go along with the Himalek. That is one thing that I noticed is maybe a little bit lacking in this deck are ways to get to Storehouse. One version, or an earlier version, I guess, when I was theorizing about the deck, is putting in Egypt to help get Storehouse out. Or maybe like Covenant with David, with some splashed heroes to play it on. You could play it on Aaron and Phineas because they're both white, but just didn't quite make the cut. So that would be something to consider, is maybe ways to get Storehouse out sooner to kind of get the Ahimelech Storehouse engine going. But you only have so many OT clay enhancements, so it's not like you're going to be... You can't expect to set that up and then just start buying 4 cards in your discard phase every turn. It's just not very sustainable or reliable, I guess. And then the Lost Souls, pretty straightforward. I think Darkness, Dull, and Lawless, all to help get as many Sabbath Breakers out early, is a good way to run this defense. Harvest to generate Lost Souls and kind of work with Israel's Rebellion. And the other acceleration, Lost Souls, Prosperity and whatnot are fairly standard at this point. The 8th Lost Soul that I added was Remnant. Just being able to get Abiathar and Melchizedek out of reserve, having another option for that, I thought was a good tech. And I forget if there was a specific reason that I wanted to take my opponent's characters for why I put in Remnant here. I don't think there was. I think it was just an extra way to get some of my heroes and then maybe disrupt some of what my opponent was trying to do. We'll go with that for now, and if I think about it some other time, I'll maybe put a comment on the video or I put it in the description. I don't know. We'll see when we get there. Anyways, this is going to be the round 1 of Lackey Grand Prix number 13, I want to say. Is that what we're on? Maybe it's 12. I don't know. But it's the first one with Israel's Rebellion legal. We've got a pretty good chunk of players playing. So I'm excited. Probably, I think it's like 16, which is awesome. Close to kind of like early Lackey Grand Prix numbers. I played the game against Dave Smith. He ran another kind of variation of Israel's rebellion themes. I guess he went doubled up on the wilderness stuff and really did a cool like artifact heavy covenants and curses deck. So I'm excited for you guys to see that as well. It's a style of deck that I don't think was really viable until or perhaps until this point of just kind of going all in on artifacts and all the flexibility now that we have with curses and covenants and their interactions during battle. So it's a cool deck, and that is going to be it. Let's jump into the game. But of course, before we dive in, we got to talk about our sponsor over at Your Turn Games. It's a great place to get all of the new cards. Israel's Rebellion singles are now available. I know I just put it in order for some of those. Was it yesterday? I don't know. Coming up for, we got a tournament coming up this Saturday, so I was thinking like, oh, I should see if I can get the cards before Saturday, before the tournament, and I put the order in on Monday night, and he shipped them out right away, like before I even woke up. On Tuesday morning, I had an email saying that my cards were being shipped, so Your Turn Games is a great place to go to get your redemption supplies. It's quick, friendly, and he's a great guy. And it'd be great to support them. And by doing so, you also support the channel in a way. So yeah, thanks to Your Turn Games for sponsoring the channel. And we're gonna continue to work with them for the foreseeable future. Keep an eye out for new contender decks and new products that they have available. It's great stuff. All right, now to the game. 55 cards.
55.
That's actually what this deck was at too until like 30 minutes ago, and I was like, I should just add another Lost Soul and another Dominant. So
I was thinking the same thing, but I'm like, you know what? I'm just I'm just gonna go with it and see what happens.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah, it's probably better to, get used to it or not get used to having like the 8th soul and the 8th dominant if your, eventual goal is to try to cut it down to 50.
Right. I'm not sure if I want to cut it down or just take it to 57 and deal with it.
Sure. Yeah. Yep. All right. Well, we have 75 minutes?
Yeah, I think so.
So set about 11:30/12:30.
Yeah, yep.
Sweet. All right, let's do it. I got a Lawless.
You got nothing. Nothing.
Well, I rolled a 5.
Okay. I can't even see. Oh, I'm all the way down here. Hold on, I'm getting the chat all the way down. So I can at least see what's going on.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can roll though. I rolled. I don't know what I got though.
You got a 1. So, guess I will choose to go first.
Okay.
I've got no stars.
I got none.
All right. Now the question is, do I Lawless myself or do I Lawless you?
Ooh. That's a tough one.
I think I'm fine with just Lawlessing myself. Yeah, because I've got stuff I can do. So let's reveal the top 6.
Okay.
And I will grab a clinging, I suppose.
That would be good bet.
Then the rest to the bottom, and I will start us out here.
All right.
So let's put down Aaron Peacemaker.
Okay.
Activate Book of the Covenant, and go fetch a Covenant from deck. Alright, so do a couple of things here. Let's just grab Covenant of Peace. And I'll put that into my hand. I think that's what I want to do. Yeah, I think I'm gonna then activate New Covenant. I will shuffle it to give Aaron the ability to ban to a human.
Okay. So now, question with that, real quick.
Yeah.
So he can already ban to Moses or a Tabernacle Priest. So if you give him can ban to a human, is that 2 bans or does that replace?
It would stack, so he can ban to Moses or a Tabernacle Priest, and then he can ban to another human.
All right, that makes sense.
Yeah. So I will go ahead and go to battle.
Okay.
So I will attack with Aaron. Take a Tabernacle artifact from deck. We'll grab Aaron's staff.
Okay.
I will not ban to Moses or a Tabernacle Priest, but I will ban to a human, which will be Captive Priest.
Okay.
We'll capture to your land of bondage, and we'll go to deck for a priest, which I think is supposed to go to this guy. Yeah, let's go to Zadok. Reserve an OT card from hand to negate enhancements. I will... Let's reserve Sabbath Breaker.
Okay.
And I will draw
And that's just any OT card too.
Yeah. Yeah, it works best with the OT clay stuff since, you know, you get the Himalek triggers, but I like the flexibility there.
Right.
And so that makes me 16, 17 negating enhancements.
Okay. I'll block with Cora.
Seems good.
I will not ban, but I will take an OT Brown enhancement from deck.
Sure.
Take scattered.
That's a good one.
And then I believe it is my initiative.
Yep.
Unless you have it down.
Nope.
Scattered.
That'll work. Listen to the bottom of deck. And then I will put down a Sabbath Breaker. We'll play Clinging to Powers, my territory class enhancement for the turn.
Mm-hmm.
And let's see. Have to look at all the new cards to see what this can actually target.
Right.
I think we're just gonna go with frickin' and we'll underdeck Clinging to Power and put down an artifact, and I will pass the turn.
Okay. Draw 3. Alright, no stars, no souls. Alrighty. So first, let's put down that guy.
Mm-hmm.
And then Jericho.
Cool.
Trying to figure out how I want to do this.
Jericho
so we're
is
just
interesting. So I
yeah,
suppose,
isn't it? So
which
I have
one's
a
the new
plan
black
with
curse? There's a
the new black curse. I don't even know if I'm running it.
oh really?
That's not my plan for it.
Oh,
Yeah, that's
okay.
not my plan for it.
All right.
But it's the one that protect heroes from bounce. It's that one.
Oh, right, yeah.
Alright, so let's go ahead and go to battle with Meadad.
Meadad. All right. So
I'm gonna exchange him.
all in on wilderness here, huh?
I believe I will. Really wish that he was. I think I'm gonna go with Yeah, we're gonna have to go with old. Good.
Good old
We'll
Moses.
go with Moses.
Yep.
Yeah. Take an OT green or white enhancement. I believe we will take. I think I will have to take this one. Quail.
All right. Wait.
Oh, sorry. You weren't done reading it.
No, you're good. Yep.
All right. And then that is my my rescue.
All right. No band.
No band.
Cool. Well, let's block with the Deceiver.
Super.
And let's see. Kind of hoping you would band. I could put a few more characters in battle. Yeah, let's just do it this way. It's a little inefficient, I guess, but
That kind of makes sense.
yeah. And I will draw 3. Got a dull. All right. My initiative.
Yep.
I will attempt to reserve Moses.
So he will reserve.
Yep.
But then I'm just gonna lose that.
Cool. All right, so I'm now an 8-3, so I guess it would still be my initiative.
Yes.
Well, let's attempt to shuffle Moses.
To attempt to shuffle him. Yeah, you'll get that one.
Sweet.
I only had one.
Only one woes.
Only one was, unfortunately. If it was the thieves, I could steal yours, but you know.
I'll say that I'm glad
What's
that you're not playing thieves and trying out new stuff, because more fun that way.
I gotta play the new stuff. Come on now.
Yeah. Well, especially on
Yeah, that's all I
Lackey.
can do.
All right.
Right? Yeah. Like, why would I not?
Yeah. Like, if it was a paper tournament, you know, the Friday night ones that they've been doing, I could understand, you know, people not doing that, but
Yeah, agreeable.
all right.
Yeah, go ahead. It's your turn.
Yeah.
I mean, I got to figure out what we're doing for next nationals.
Exactly. Well, Aaron came right back.
Awesome.
I also found an Urim and Thummim, so I'm going to use that to check out your hand.
Go for it.
What kind of defense you got going on here? You got the begging, Zelophehad, Descent. So you got some negates. Deceiver. Alright. Cool. That only activates. Okay. Then I think I will deactivate it to turn over. Yeah, let's just try to get that going. So let's activate Offering of Wrongdoing. I will discard it and we'll go find a priest. Suppose you probably have Scattered and Reap the Whirlwind, right? So I shouldn't band.
I don't know.
Well, Reap is a shuffle ability, right? Yeah, so I can search for Eli. Yeah. So then I will go to battle. I will attack with Aaron again. Don't think I have any more artifacts to go for. Those all came up pretty quick. Yep. But I will band to Eli, and I will draw 2. Got a Harvest and a Prosperity. I forgot to make, or to put tokens in here, so there we go.
Okay.
And what to Prosperity? Feel like I should do something, which I think it's just gonna be, yeah, let's do Wandering Israelites. Cool. And that's my rescue.
So the one fortress, I can never say it, Terba or whatever it is.
Yeah.
I'm assuming when it says activated OT curse, they're talking about in the field, right?
Yeah, I think the default
It
location for
defaults to play.
activate should be, I think, your hand or artifact pile.
Okay, that's what I figured. All right, so now let's do this. Let's go Deceiver.
Mm-hmm.
Deceiver's gonna go to my deck. We'll go to Persian Horseman.
Sure.
I will draw 2. And then I'm gonna take an OT Brown enhancement
Yep.
from reserve.
You got it.
Take Fault Man.
That seems good.
And then he will die. And I'll give you your captive.
Sweet. All right, 9 cards in hand. Think before you draw another Lost Soul here, I'm going to just play Son of God and rescue the token.
Yeah. Okay.
Want to shuffle one of my Lost Souls?
Yeah, actually I do. I want to shuffle what's it called?
Dull?
Yes, Dull,
Yeah,
thank you.
makes sense. I will go ahead and play Second Coming to get Son of God back. And you can shuffle another one if you want to.
Nah, I'll
All
leave
right.
the other ones out.
Fair enough. All right, I'll
Good
pass
try,
the
though.
turn. You know, had to
3.
ask.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta ask. All right, no souls, no stars. I'm gonna switch woes over to your Sabbath Breaker.
Sure. You're supposed to draw a Lost Soul to justify my play there.
I mean, I'm trying for you, man. I'm trying. Let's go ahead and put Fall Man on Jericho.
Yep.
Moses came back.
Might play dominant before you go to battle, so just let me know before you do.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. I got a couple more things I got to do. So,
Yep.
Let's go ahead and play the Tabernacle.
Yep. Feels so bad that has to be teal on there. It's like, if it said,
I know,
if
right?
it could just
Well, what
change
are
to
they even
clay.
going to do about that? Yeah.
Yeah, I don't
There's
know.
a bunch of cards that are like, oh, teal, teal, teal. It's like, just change it to clay. It's fine. Let's go ahead and I haven't played one yet. No. Play Love Righteousness.
Yep.
I'm gonna go to my deck. Get a white. Indentured Servant.
Get that add to battle redundancy going.
Right, I will put him down. Let's activate Covenant with Moses.
Yep.
Let's
I like that the double wilderness pairing kind of pays off with the artifact side of Covenant with Moses. Pretty much only
yeah, it definitely does.
you
I'm
pretty
gonna
much
go to
only see
my
it on the enhancement side, but
yeah. I'm going to my deck for Tabernacle.
sweet. Yep.
We'll put that there. Let's go to reserve for Covenant.
Nice.
Take Marriage Covenant. And then now let's go into battle with Moses.
Before battle, I think.
Oh, my bad. Yeah, you did tell me that. Go ahead.
I think I'm going to play my woes as evil, and we're going to negate your Fall of Man.
Negate it. Okay. All right.
I like to keep my options open, you know.
I mean, I get it. I get it. So now we're gonna go into battle. Let's go with Moses.
Yep.
So if I want to do the ban, I have to do the ban first, right? Or do I take first?
Take first and then band. Yep.
Okay. So let's take. We're gonna take. Oh, that's kind of. That's just mean.
Oh.
I realized something that is yeah, that's mean. Let's just go ahead and take 40 knights.
Alright, interrupt, protect wilderness heroes from harm.
And then Moses will ban to your Peacemaker.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have another Tabernacle artifact, but I will ban to your Eli.
Sure. Use my offense against me, huh?
Yep, and I will take an OT artifact from reserve.
Cool.
Let's take. Should have just did the draw too.
I'll let you do it as long as you draw Lost Soul.
Nah, it's actually all right. I'll be all right. Good try though. Good try.
Oh.
We're just gonna take deserving.
All right.
All right.
Well, we keep sending characters to deck and they keep coming back, so I'm gonna block with the Deceiver.
Okay.
And I will go to reserve this time. Grab my gray-orange Sabbath Breaker. You have used a few search abilities this turn, so protection of
Just a
generic
few.
wilderness humans from opponent, and then I will draw 2. So it is a stalemate, but do I want to let you play something is the question. I think I might ask for Dominish.
Dominish. Yeah, go ahead.
Alright, I'm gonna play Israel's Rebellion.
Okay.
Grab unsuccessful from my reserve. And I will discard Sabbath Breaker to shuffle my Lost Souls.
Sounds good. So there's your guy and your guy. My guy. Put that down. And one more. Put that down. And then I'm at 8. Go ahead.
Sweet. Draw. Alright, so my woes is evil. I think I'm gonna just keep it on your Fall of Man for now.
Okay.
Then I will... let's activate Irma Thummim, check out your hand.
Go for it. You're not going to like it, though.
Got your own rebellion. So what you're saying is maybe I should have kept Fall of Man active. Put on my discard a good card from hand. If they do not, you may activate an OT curse from reserve. Okay, and you've got one of those curses in your artifact pile now, at least. Okay, well, we'll see what happens here. Let's deactivate that, and I will let's go ahead and flip over my book, and I will take Covenant with Abraham from reserve. We'll activate Covenant with Abraham and take Melchizedek from reserve. And put Melchizedek down, protect my priest from capture and convert. I'll put down Hot Tub and Zadok. And yeah, I think that's the way to go. I will go to battle.
Okay.
Let's do Zadok. I will reserve my Covenant of Peace, negate enhancements, and draw 2. The Remnant. Let's grab. Yeah, I'll grab my Abiathar from reserve. Probably not worth grabbing one of your guys if Israel's rebellion is on the line here. I will trigger my Melchizedek to search your deck for a lost soul.
Okay.
And alright, so we are doing some Ruth shenanigans here, Nishan and David. Nice. Okay. Oh, that's interesting. You'd grab your complacent to take Israel's rebellion kind of out there, but I think I'm okay with it at this point. I'm actually just gonna get your lawless.
Okay. Let's go with rebellious.
Yep. So I can discard a good card from hand. If I do not, you can activate an OT curse from reserve. Those with enhancements negated, I should probably do that. So let's discard. Discard Grain Offering.
Okay. Then I will band.
Yep.
To Cora. And I will take a OT Brown enhancement from deck.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to take Foreign Horses.
Seems good. Interesting. Alright, so my initiative then.
Yep.
I think I should. Yeah, I'm gonna play Sin Offering. I'm going to negate. Gonna negate your Cora. And then reserve my Zadok, or reserve my Sin Offering.
Okay, so there's Foreign Horses. Back into the deck.
And then you're 23-18, so my initiative still?
Yeah. Yep.
Alright, I will play Lord of Armies, and up to 3 First Samuel heroes.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna do Hot Tub, Eli, and Abiathar. So Hot Tub's gonna protect Lost Souls from evil cards. Guess I have to do the reserving to add part after the other abilities, so I will use Eli to draw 2. Got a Darkness, and then Abiathar will take and actually I think he's gonna band. Yeah. So I will band with him to Aaron.
Okay.
And then Aaron will band to your Moses. And Moses will go searching. Grab potential in the land. And then don't think Indentured Servant is a wilderness hero, so no band with Moses. I will reserve Hot Tub to add a Tabernacle Priest from deck. Will be Ahimelech, finally. Get him in business here, and take an OT Clay card from reserve, which will be Hot Tub. Hot Tub. Get him right back. And I think that's it. So my
Lost Souls are still protected, right?
Right, yep. And my priests are protected from discard, capture, convert. Yeah, discard, capture, and convert abilities.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're gonna get that. There's nothing.
Sweet.
There you go.
I was a little concerned with like if the priests were gonna be like fast enough, or especially with this and with the defense. Like I figured Sabbath Breakers would be okay because they have a little bit of incremental drawing, but seems like it's working out okay.
Yeah, I mean they're definitely pretty quick.
Yeah. I don't think I played a territory class enhancement yet. So yeah, let's play Clinging to Power.
Okay.
Grab a Sabbath Breaker from reserve. Send that to the bottom. And let's just go ahead and put that Sabbath Breaker down. And sure, put another one down. And I will pass the turn.
Okay. Draw 3. That works. Alright. You draw new souls.
Gonna make me work for all the Lost Souls, huh?
I'm gonna make you work for them. You know what? I am okay with this. Alright, so let's do this. That can stay there. We're gonna put Covenant in book.
Sure.
And then I am going to use Covenant with Moses to get a curse from my reserve.
Haven't run out yet, huh?
Oh no. We're gonna take Curse Ground.
Oh, sure.
And then I'll put that on there. Let's go ahead and play Land of Moab.
And that one's kind of nasty in battle if you can pull it off and it not get negated.
Which one?
Cursed Ground. Decrease opponent's
Yeah.
humans X X.
My problem is I think it would get negated pretty quick.
Right, yeah. Yeah, you need to like set it up with a side battle ability or something like that.
Right.
Let's see, I'm at 1,
Let's
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, that would take out everybody.
go ahead and take let's just take David. That seems like the right move.
Can't go wrong with David.
Can't go wrong with him. Alrighty.
Especially with Marriage Covenant in hand.
Right. Let's go ahead and trying to get to a card that I need. I'm trying to figure out how to do it. All right, so let's do this. Yeah, we'll go ahead and do that.
Card that you need.
Yes. I'm going to activate Endless Treasures.
All right.
I'm going to underdeck it to take a idol from deck or reserve. I'm going to do reserve.
All right.
We're going to take Birthing Pains.
That's pretty good. Also a good one in battle.
Yeah, and I'm going to put that on Fall of Man as well.
Mm-hmm.
And then let's go to battle. See what I can do here. Let's go with David.
Mm-hmm.
We will convert to get an UT card. We'll take Israelites delivered.
Cool. I take it you're not banning?
No.
All right.
I don't think there's no Meek out here, is there? Do you have a Meek?
I don't have any.
No.
No St. Patrick over here.
Yeah. Actually, that's a good card. I didn't even think about him.
Yeah, he was in an early version of the list. I think he might have been in my playtest version. But yeah, he didn't make it in this one. I think the question is, do I even block here? Not sure I want you to play one of your banning enhancements and get all that value.
I was gonna say, you know what I'm gonna do, so
Right. Yeah, I think we just
I totally forgot about that too. I keep forgetting about that.
What's that?
The Tabernacle. I keep forgetting about it.
Oh.
Because all of them are musicians.
Right, yeah. I mean, you can trigger it if you want. I haven't done anything.
Nah, it's all good. You're good.
All right. Well, I'm just gonna hand over the darkness and
Awesome.
Run away scared.
I mean, honestly, I can't even blame you. I think I would do the same. All right, so let's go ahead and put down Susanna.
That's an interesting one. I mean, good initiative, I suppose.
That's why it makes her a 1/1, and with all my banding,
right? Yeah, it's nice, and it's like a free draw one, except without risking drawing a lost soul.
And it's CBN, so.
Right. It's like if you ever underdeck it though, then they know that you see a lost soul.
Yeah. Let's go ahead and just put down this guy. And let's you know what I'm gonna do? I think I'm gonna do it. Yeah, we'll have to do it.
No.
Is
We need a
that
drum roll.
capture? I'm just no, it's not.
Oh,
I didn't play a no, I haven't played a territory yet.
right, yep. No, you have not.
So I'm gonna play begging to go back.
Sure, yep.
Let's discard the top 2 cards of your deck.
Okay. Ooh.
Ooh, crouch choice. That's good. And then I'm gonna activate an OT curse. And that has to be in play or my hand, correct?
Right, yeah, either from your artifact pile or your hand.
Yeah. So let's do Deserving Scorn.
Yep.
I'm gonna reserve it, and we're gonna underdeck Melchizedek.
Oh. Man.
And then I will pass turn.
Alrighty. Draw 3. Alright, so upkeep. Let's draw one from book. First, it's a Lost Soul. And yeah, so I think let's flip over book. I'm going to activate Ermin Thummim. Oh, sorry. Yeah, I think it was. Yeah. What was this? Find a stand, follow man. Ermin Thummim. We'll take a look at your hand. Alright, so we still got Descent. Got 40 Knights. And the Israel's Rebellion. Deceiver's back. Okay. Then I will activate Aaron's Staff. Make my OT priest, or my Tabernacle Priest CBN. And I don't know if I or not. I'm gonna put down a Claudia.
Okay.
Not sure if she is worth it in this deck yet or not, but I kind of like the idea.
I do like the idea.
So I think then we'll go to battle.
You put down Claudia, right?
Yeah.
You got to do birthing pains, right?
Yep.
That's how that works.
Yep. Discard a card from hand. Yep. I will discard Sabbath Breaker.
Okay.
I think I kind of want initiative, so I don't think I bring in Claudia this time. But I will attack with Beathar. And I will take an OT Clay enhancement from reserve. I will take Sin Offering. And then trigger on Aaron's Staff. I will reveal the top 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cards of your deck.
Mm-hmm. Probably like all souls.
Oh, oops. I probably should have gotten in with Tub first, but I guess then I wouldn't have gotten 6, so yeah. So yeah, I guess I will go ahead and do that. So reveal to others. Top 6. Hey, there's a Lost Soul.
Yay!
And then I get to discard an evil card. So Let's get rid of that one. And the rest go back on top. Oh, sorry. This should be revealed to you as well.
No, it's fine.
Um,
Here's the card I need.
Son of God.
No, New Covenant.
New Covenant. I see. Okay.
So also, what I was thinking, what was broken. So Moses can grab New Covenant every time.
Oh, sure, because yeah, it's green. Yeah.
OT green. Yep.
You know, you just put like Aaron in there, and then Book of the Covenant can just keep grabbing it.
Yeah, I have Aaron in there,
Oh,
but
okay.
I just haven't drawn him yet.
Sure.
Yeah.
And that's my rescue.
Okay. So
I guess did you want to make a token?
Oh, I actually don't have one. I forgot to put tokens in here.
I've got one if you want it.
Yeah, thank you. And I forget how you make things in this.
Yeah, it's just like spawn is the command.
Yeah. So let's go with this guy.
Sure.
I can play an OT Fortress Evil. I'm just going to draw 2. 2. Cool. And then I will ask for Dominish.
I will. Yeah, I should have done that differently. I should have brought Hot Tub into battle. I think I'm going to decline your Dominish. I'm going to play my Son of God. Get
Harvest.
your Harvest off the table.
Okay.
And I guess you have a Tabaret trigger if you'd. Suppose you could shuffle my doll again if you want to, but.
Yeah. Nah, it's alright.
Alright.
I don't need to.
And now I'm. Yeah, you can play a dominant if you'd still like to.
I'm good now.
Alright. So my initiative.
Yep.
I will. Oh, actually, that's interesting. Yeah, that's actually kind of cool. So let's play Peace Offering. I can take an OT Clay card from reserve. Let's take Phineas's Spear.
Okay.
Ban to any number of OT priests. So we'll get the gang in
I was gonna say, do any of them pull out a soul?
One of them does, and he is in my deck, so we're gonna go. So let's see if I go with do a Ahimelech first. So we'll take Covenant of Peace from my reserve. Zadok, I will not reserve to negate enhancements, but I will draw 2. Got a Harvest, which I guess that works. So we'll make another token for you. And then Aaron is fine. Eli will draw 2 more. And I will decline my Lawless and Prosperity. Because I think, yeah, I can just protect Lost Souls with Ahatub and then reserve him. Fortunately, he adds from hand as well. Because I drew the guy, but I guess I didn't really, I suppose Harvest worked, but we're going to bring in Ahmaz from hand and play another Lost Soul from your deck. Will be Distressed, I suppose. And then I will play Angel on Zelophehad.
Okay, so he'll die. I don't know. I guess that this would work. I'm gonna try. Okay, so you play Angel to him.
Yep.
I'm gonna activate Terror. I can do that, right? Yeah.
I think that only triggers when, unlike when the battle is begun. Like, if attacked
No,
is.
I'm saying if you play a dominant, I
Oh,
can
yeah. Yes.
shuffle also. So we'll
They're
shuffle.
protected by
Are
High
they?
Tub.
I wasn't sure. I don't know. There was like a million people in
Yeah.
there. Okay.
Yep.
Um.
Oh, I guess I missed my draw trigger off of a Ahimelech. Yeah. Of all the cards I wanted to remember to do,
Right.
it's a Ahimelech because he's kind of
Um.
like the Jeshua of the new set.
Yeah, he definitely is. I'm gonna ask for Dominish.
You got it.
I'm gonna Son of God your harvest.
Yep.
That would go away. Yeah, I don't think there's anything else. Yep, you got it.
Oh, sweet. Good game. That was an
Yes.
interesting last battle where like it actually might have made sense for you to still play Israel's Rebellion even though I got rid of your last lost soul.
So I was thinking about it, but I was like, I don't know. I mean, I wasn't expecting you to play Peace Offering,
Right.
and
Yeah.
even after you did, I was just gonna play Descent.
Right. Yeah. It's
Um,
like I had to have almost exactly what I did to make to not give you an opportunity to play anything. Which
yeah.
I guess Descent wouldn't have negated the soul gen pieces of it, but yeah, it would have still given you some options
Why
of
now? Why wouldn't it have negated the Soul Gen pieces?
because it wouldn't negate the heroes, it just negates the band.
Got it.
So
Got
so
it.
the heroes would get kicked out, and actually Hamas would have stayed still because he was not banded
Yeah.
in. Um, but yeah, the hero abilities would have stuck around. Um, yeah. So
I
yeah,
wonder
it
if I
was
could have. I probably still could have taken care because even if all those were gone, if I would have just had it one, I could have taken care of.
yeah,
Yeah, because if I play Israel, even though Lost Souls are protected, that's fine. I can still take a curse,
right, yeah,
take Madness, and then I can play Descent, which allows me to activate a curse.
right, yep,
So,
yeah. I think
oh well, you live, you learn.
yeah, yeah, it was cool. I mean, like this is the first game that I've played with like the actual like official priests offense and Sabbath breakers and stuff. So it was good. The other deck that I've been trying out was the Sons of Jacob hand control, but I don't know, haven't gotten that one to a
I
stage where
feel
I
like the
like it
Sons
quite
of
yet.
Jacob, they're still missing something, but I don't know what it is.
Yeah, I like the version that I have right now. Like I think it's better than or like it's making progress, I guess, but it's still like feels like it wants or I want it to do more than it does.
Right.
But yeah, I know Rob's been trying out the Sons of Jacob stuff a little bit. Have you guys played
Yeah.
much?
We've been talking more than playing,
Okay, yeah,
and I think he agrees as well that it's missing something.
yeah,
We just don't know what.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I tell you,
Yeah.
I
It is hard to
definitely needed.
put a finger on it.
Yeah, yeah,
But
it's really hard, and
yeah.
I don't know where to go with it. That's why I switched over to this deck for a bit, trying to do something different so that I can think more.
Sure. Yeah. Just do something else for a little bit, then come back, and then it'll all fall into place.
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping.
Yep.
Because like
So
with this deck, I want to rely more off of the curses and the artifact side than anything.
right. So yeah. So what was the? I mean, so you get New Covenant every turn. What's kind of like your go-to ban?
So my go-to band would probably be Moses and 24 Elders.
Oh, that'd be sweet. Yep.
Because with all the artifacts that I keep out, I can just keep shuffling them.
Right. Yeah.
Then I negate evil cards, and then even if you do have something, so Moses allows to ban to another hero, so I can ban to like I have Aaron,
Yep.
or there's a couple other ones that I run too, or even a couple of the other wilderness, like the one that protects evil, protects lost souls,
Yep. Oh
and
yeah.
then he
Yeah.
can
Holy
ban,
Ab and Me Dad. Yeah, I saw those two.
yeah, and then I can ban the 24 elders, and then now lost souls are protected, evil cards are negated, and I have high numbers.
Right, and you've got pretty decent access to um, like battle extension with like Indentured Servant. I'm guessing there's
Yeah,
a You Will Remain in reserve.
actually, I forgot to put it in,
Oh, okay. Well, I'm
but
guessing
yes,
there will be a
there
You Will
is.
Remain in reserve at some
And
point.
then I also run Angel of God.
Oh,
So
right, yeah, yeah,
if you do get one that's CBP, oh, okay, I'm gonna play Angel of God and negate that.
yeah. Huh. Yep, that'd be sweet. Oh, and it also would stop Balaam's Disobedience, which I had sitting in reserve, waiting for Clinging to Power or something to go grab it. But
Right. Um, but then I also I run this guy. I don't know if I do like him.
mm.
Um, what I like about him though is that I run Flying Scroll.
Oh, sure. So you can like
So
band him in, activate Flying Scroll,
I mean
and
I don't even band him in, and then like if you have one of your Sabbath breakers out, like
yeah,
I just can take him.
right. Yeah, that's pretty sweet.
And then I run Pagan Sailors
Nice.
in
Yep.
my reserve. Allows me to activate more. Also Profane Daughters,
Mm-hmm.
take an OT artifact, and she's brown, so that helps.
Yep. Yeah, I think this is
So
it's a cool concept. It's you definitely get a lot of flexibility with having the option to use a lot of your artifacts in battle, and um, I don't know if I'm completely sold on the Fall of Man part yet, but
so
I think
I
it's
wanted to try it out.
yeah,
I think that there's more stuff that I could put there
yeah,
instead. But I was like, restrict dominance basically. That means the Israel's rebellion, you would have used Shamar, anything like that.
yeah,
But also at the same time, I can't use Angel Lord or Christian Martyr.
right.
So,
Yeah,
and
it's
then
good
I
though when you
also,
have a bunch of like activate a curse or activate an artifact abilities so that you can kind of control when it's active and when it's not
mhm,
to better suit your needs, I guess. But yeah, it was I mean,
yeah,
without without having woes to negate that, that would have definitely turned off like at least two of my rescues, if not more. Yeah. Because like I
yeah,
needed it
I
for
agree.
the Lord of Armies and for Angel, and then also my block with Israel's Rebellion. So yeah. Hmm.
Um, yeah, I mean, and then I also run obviously I run Pharaoh's Daughter. You have to
Right, yeah. Get Moses out sooner.
if you're
Yep.
running Moses.
Yeah, also cool because then you're... Oh, wait, no, I guess I was thinking 24 hours to get it all enhancements, but you don't even have to worry about the CVP from him because it only negates evil cards.
But it does also make indentured service CBP. So
Oh,
that's
sure.
pretty
Yeah.
much cannot be prevented battle extension. So
Right, yeah. So if someone's, got a distressed or something.
and then if I mean honestly, if all else fails, I run Roots Vow too.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I suppose if you're in there with 24 elders and Moses, you got numbers, so protection is
Yeah,
pretty good.
I don't know. I
Nice.
mean, I'm still working with it.
Yeah, I think it's a cool concept, and you can workshop it a bit. I think the speed that I was able to generate is kind of what uh, tipped the game more into my favor, and so it's maybe something that I would try to. I mean, I don't know. You got a lot of searching, but not much drawing. So I guess I don't know if
Yeah,
if there's
so
a way to supplement
I
that.
I realize that there's not a lot of drawing, and the only thing I'm really searching for is like curses and artifacts. I need to search for more characters
Right.
than anything.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, you got
I
Land of
also had
Moab
an idea.
and Daughter. I guess. Yeah. A few
Yeah, and I
things,
run the
but
Lost Soul
oh,
for the
okay.
Wilderness Human. Yeah.
Nice.
Um, I also had an idea though, where you use artifacts. Like I'm trying, but like so, like the Lord goes before you.
Oh, so you do have the
Do
side
side
battles
battle,
then. Yeah.
side battle with the artifact to get rid of the main battle.
Yeah. Yeah, so yeah, I kind of
But
wondered if you had some side battle shenanigans in there. If you were able to pull off a first grounder, birthing pains in a side battle, that can be pretty devastating.
yeah,
Yeah, and especially with both Moses and David, who can tutor and use Lord Goes Before You.
mm-hmm.
Seems good.
I don't know. I might have to look more into it.
Yeah, I wonder if you could even like lean a little more into that, put in Brothers Conflict as well, and that one you
I
can.
had it in. I took it out right before we played
Oh,
our game.
really?
Yeah.
'Cause you can recycle that one with the Tabernacle too, so it's kind of nice.
Hmm. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to look at that one because that would be some shenanigans nobody.
Except for now, people will see it on the video and spoiler alert.
Right.
That's all right. No one watches this stuff anyway. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, come on now.
Except for
All
your
right, man.
brother.
Yeah, he watches every single one
Yep.
and then tells me about it.
uh, good. All right. Well, I will. Yeah, I'll go ahead and put the score in there, and then we'll catch you next time.
Yeah, it's been fun.
Yeah. Thanks for the game.
Yeah.
See you.
See ya.